Let's all go get a breast scan. Yeah. So I am going today to get, that's my little jingle, you like it? I'm going to go today and get actually a breast thermogram. And, you know, I was really lucky. I met Catherine Johnson, who runs Silk Thermal Imaging here in San Diego. I met her like 8 years ago, and I had never heard of a thermogram, although the technology has been around since the 70s. It's a thermal health scan. And when I heard Catherine talk, and Catherine's really a woman who gives very selflessly of her time in educating women about breast health and preventative measures that we can take against breast cancer. And she spoke about thermography. And so I actually made up my mind a long, long time ago when I was my early to mid 30s when I met her, that when the time came, I would not do mammograms. I would do thermograms. And then if the thermogram shows something, then I would get a mammogram if it was called for. So today now I'm 42 and I'm going to go get my very first thermogram. And since I've been talking to even family members of mine to say like, oh, I'm going to go get a thermogram. They're like, what's that? So I thought maybe some of you guys might not know what it is either. And so I thought, why not take you along with me? So we're going to go get a thermogram. Let's go. This is a look inside the room where we're going to do the thermogram. And this is Catherine Johnson. Hello. Hello. And can you say a little bit like, just for people who have no idea what a thermogram is?
So what thermography does is we are looking basically at the physiology of the breast as opposed to the structure. So when women typically think about mammograms, what they're doing is they're being radiated, and B, there's significant breast compression. And the reason they have to do that is because what they're trying to find is a mass. So they're looking at the structure. What thermography does is we're looking at the physiology of the breast. We're looking for heat sources, whether it be, potential cancer, whether it be general inflammation, lymphatic congestion, or even possibly estrogen dominance, which is another big separation between thermography and mammography, is that we are able to offer women a preventative aspect where mammography can't. Mammography pretty much can detect that there's a mass there. They can't tell you whether or not it's cancer. With thermography, not only can we identify breast cancer with about 90 to 97% certainty, the other thing is that we can identify precursors to breast cancer. So these, if caught early enough, we can actually, implement protocols that will actually reverse that condition and never allow it to become breast cancer.
So like with lifestyle changes and things like that?
Detox, lifestyle, diet, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely.
And can you explain what we're looking at here?
So this is the thermal imaging camera. This is a FLIR A40. It is FDA approved. And then this is the software program that we use, which is really, really incredible. We are able to detect minute temperature variations in the body. So in addition to breast cancer detection and prevention, we also do full and upper body scans as well, because we are looking for any kind of anomalies in the body.
And I'm going to sit there.
You're going to sit here. You're going to put on this little gown for me.
Okay.
And then I am going to fill this up with cold water.
And it's cold in this room, right?
Yeah, we need to keep it between 68 and 70 degrees. Right now we are at 68 degrees, which is
so for San Diego, that's cold, just so you know.
It's always a little nippy because there will be a 15-minute acclimation period where Margo will have we're going to allow the body time to cool down, which then allows us to really see those temperature variations a lot easier, if there are any. There won't be, but in case, that's what we look for. But I am going to fill this up with water. Okay. We do what's called a cold water stress challenge. And we will have Margo put her hands in the cold water.
And it's like icy cold water.
It's very cold. And after we do the initial series of imaging, we'll have her put her hands in the cold water. And what that does is we have cold receptors on the back of the hands. When the hands hit the water, the body responds. Basically, the body says, oh, that's cold. And all of the capillaries and the blood vessels in the chest will shut down. So ideally, we want to see the whole chest area cool down.
Right, so everything should be cold. But if there's something in there...
If we see something that actually heats up, then we know that there's some physiological changes occurring there that we need to monitor that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's going to happen now. I'm going to disrobe, and I'm going to be sitting, that's where I'm going to sit, right there. And see that the camera's never going to touch me.
Nothing touches Margo. It's completely non-invasive. Nothing's going to touch her. There is no radiation. There's no bodily contact. The camera is reading temperatures coming off of the body rather than emitting anything into the body to get a read.
Correct. Okay. So I'm all in the gown. I'm all ready to go. And I'm going to go sit, over there. And I'll be sitting about 4 feet away from the camera, so I'm really nowhere near the camera. Not that the camera is harmful in any way. I had to not eat or drink anything for an hour before I arrived. I'm not wearing any deodorant, and I'm not wearing any body lotion or anything on the part that's going to be scanned. So on my breasts or torso, there's no lotion or products of any kind. So that's kind of all the prep that I had to do, and fill out a little questionnaire, a little basic medical history. And that's really all it took. And this scan runs, you know, it's going to be different no matter where you are. I'll put Catherine's links below so you can find a place near you. But it generally, this scan runs anywhere like $200, $250. And I can tell you my mom's basic mammogram that she had last year was $450. So is it more expensive than a mammogram? It depends. But that's at least that's how much it is here in Southern California, just so you have some idea what we're talking about here. Okay. Right now I'm sitting, oh, the camera just made a noise. Right now I'm sitting here in the gown, as you can see. And like she said, I'm just going to sit here. I'll take the gown off, obviously. And I just sit, you know, I'm about 4 feet away from the camera. Nothing's going to touch me. It is a little chilly in this room. Yeah, so I'm just going to sit in this, I'm here in the chair. See, there's the stool. I'm sitting on it now. And then we're going to do, like I said, the scan, and then she's getting the icy water. And I think I'm not going to be able to film when she starts scanning, but I'll be back after it's all done. Okay. So how was it? See you in a minute. Well, it was very cold. It's cold. So you, like she said, you sit in that gown and you're in that cold room for about 15 minutes. So your body acclimates to the cold. And then you do the scans, and then you do the cold water challenge where you put your hands in the icy water for 1 minute, which is even colder. So I'm still cold, but other than that, it was perfectly easy. Took less than a half an hour. And what happens next is these scans that she took are going to go to a group of doctors who are very highly trained in reading these scans. And they are going to call me back in 1 week, and we're going to go over, they're going to send me my results, and we're going to go over them over the phone. And that's what happens next. And I'll totally let you guys know how that goes. One of the reasons that I was so struck by the information that Catherine shares is that I lost a very, very dear friend of mine to breast cancer. She was in her 30s, and she had a very strong family history of breast cancer in her family, and she was always really vigilant about checking herself. She'd had multiple mammograms, even though she was, you know, very young to do so. But the thing was, because of where her cancer was positioned, it was all the way behind her breast. It did not show up on any mammograms until she was already, I think, at least stage 3, if not stage 4. It was very, very, very late in the game. And so I think had she gone to get this technology, had she known about it, probably they would have detected the cancer so much sooner, and it really could have saved her life. It's kind of amazing. So anyway, I thought maybe some of you don't know about it, and I just wanted to tell you it's completely painless, very easy, very accurate. I know because my mother has had them. I've been through this process with her. That's a whole other story. Maybe I'll tell in the next video. And I will completely share with you what the results are. You know, sometimes the thermogram comes back and they do tell you, you need to also get a mammogram, or they do tell you maybe you want to talk to your doctor about getting a biopsy. But especially, you know, for somebody like me who has no family history or anything like that, this seemed to me the best option. But anyway, I'm not saying this is what you should do. I'm just saying maybe you don't know about this, and this is something that could help you make an educated decision. So that's it. See, I'm perfectly happy, a little cold, but perfectly happy. And I will be back in a week's time, and I'll let you guys know what the results of my thermogram were. And I'll even show you, they're going to send me the pictures. I'll even show you the actual pictures, the actual thermographic readout of my actual chestal area. I think I can show that on YouTube. You know, you're not going to see anything that racy. It's, you know, it looks like the pictures I showed earlier, but, but anyway, you know, I'm very, very happy with it, and we'll see what the results are. Okay. Take care of yourselves, especially this holiday season, everybody. Bye.